Hello, everybody. I see some folks are already popping in and out of the chat, so that's awesome. So welcome, welcome. Glad you all wandered in, as it were, to the Heart of a Hobbit stream. Woo! So just knows I'm kind of like out of frame there. Because I keep expecting a cat to show up, and so I've like left cat space here. But yeah, one of them's sleeping over here, and the other one kind of wandered off, and I'm not sure where he ended up. So we may or may not have any cat sightings today. So it goes. All right, so welcome to my Lindleby house. I did a little bit of rearranging since the last time. I'll just do some quick stuff I'll show you. I moved over this stuff that was kind of over there and kind of rearranged it a little bit. And then the boar fountain ended up over there. And then I've got most of my critters currently in this little arc. That's still over there and the barn is still there, but I did... Let's see, I moved this a little closer to the front, so the little Umbar teleport item. But check this out. So I put together the boat that I got last time, which is a dock master, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, the two crates are there with the boat. So it looks like the boat showed up with a couple of crates. So, yes, you can call a dock master, and there she is. She just showed up there. By clicking on the boat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then after she stands there for a few minutes, sometimes she just starts walking and just like wanders off. But like to a point, and then she stops, and then she like will stand there for a minute, and then she'll turn and start walking again. It's really weird. It's like, it's unexpected. So anyway, so there's that. And yes, are you piloting the boat? Excellent. Oh, you need to talk to Wenda. There is a Wenda in the village, so I'll follow you over there. How's my Wenda doing? I have got 3 days left on my Wenda. So, which will get me through my subscriber buffs are also 3 days. Yeah, so that'll be fine for tonight. No problem. So I'm going to take us... Oh, so hello everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the Lotro Twitch channel. I'm Little Redhead, and I will be taking us around Middle Earth and doing all sorts of stuff. So mainly my plan is to focus on trying the Ill Omens. So do the Ill Omens skirmishes that are available today, and then show you some of the redecorating that I did in my houses. So that's the main plan. So let me take us to the 21st Hall. So you're gonna need your goat. Oh, you got your goat already. I'll need to switch to a goat. I did, yes, totes. I'm gonna have to totes get a goat. So let me jump on my goat. I did go ahead and set a goat aside for this very purpose. So we're gonna go to the skirmish camp, which is over here. So the Ill Omen event is basically you go into skirmishes, and the skirmishes are put together each day into kind of a clump. And so each day has kind of a theme going on. And there's 4 different clumps or themes, however you want to look at it. So today the theme is Beneath the World. So that means all of these are here in our Moria style ones, because Beneath the World. Which I did take a look earlier, and it said I could go into each of them. So it looks like, even though I'm not sure if we've actually discovered these or been there with them with the storyline, but because we Valar'd these characters, but we did do some Moria stuff. So I can't remember how far we got in Moria, but either we got far enough or the Valar counted. Either way, we're not sure. So, but we have access to these things. So we're gonna do the Ill Omens. So the way this works is you talk to Netta Pinleaf here. She's the bearer of Ill Omens, and she will tell you where you want to go today. So first you want to pick up this wrapper quest from her, because that's what makes this all count. Because what she'll do is she'll say, hey, I've heard that the harbingers of the dead have grown bold enough to creep into the depths of the world. That's what today's is. I don't even want to think what they want with all those orcs and giants. Go on and I'll be right behind you. So our today's objective is complete Ill Omens, Battle of the 21st Hall, Battle of the Deep Way, Battle of the Way of the Smiths, and then rescue and nurse Gashu. So we are going to accept her challenge. Now it's up to us to just go off and do those instances. Like there's nothing else that she's going to tell us to do. Oh, also let me check. I have 16 out of 40. You do have a cap of 40 of these tokens, and I currently have 16, so I am good to go. Okay, so, and Affadil's at 10. Sweet. All right, Affadil is the leader, which is fine with me. So what did you say? Loshire says you've been grinding Eastern Rohan warbands and Riders of Rohan to get the banner drops for your mead hall. You got the last one today, and you're so proud of yourself that you never gave up. That's very awesome. Congratulations on that. Did I tell you that before, that I did that one time where I was like interested in collecting all the different banners, and then I started putting them up, and I was checking it out, and I did actually put them up at my mead hall. I realized that there's a lot of them, and I realized there's a lot of other yard items that I like better. This is back before they switched yard to furniture and all of that too. Oh, interesting. Affadil is saying she does not. Well, let me make me the. Okay, I'm the leader. Let me see if I can take us in. Let's see what happens. Okay, so rescue in Nurse Gashu. If I look at it, it says launch now, but it's grayed out for you. Why is it grayed out? What does it say?
It must be at the beyond 3.1.8. You have to store the depths.
Okay, so I apparently did more in Moria than you did somehow. But I did look at, hang on, let me see if the other Moria ones, if you can go into them at all. Battle of the 21st, I saw it before, but that's okay. Oh, nope, that's gray.
Do you want to
Interesting. So the question is, do I do these solo here and get the tokens on a server where I don't have them, or do I go over to Treebeard where I would have help, but I don't necessarily need the tokens over there. Let me give it a try by myself. I'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. Okay. And you can do Moria. Or chop some red onions or something. Totes. All right, so let's take a look, see, because I did check and I was looking and I could go in these. Okay, so let's start with the first one, Battle of the 21st Hall. That's this one right here. It's gonna change the level, but I think it has to. Oh yeah, for the Ill Omen to count, it has to be within 8 of me. So I could go down to 142, right? 142.
Yeah, you can make it a 3-person if you don't want to.
Oh, if I make it into a 3-person, it gets rid of the landscape difficulty, but I think I'm only on 3 anyway, so I think I'm fine. Actually, I may have turned it off. No, I don't think I turned it. I don't know what we did. I might have turned it off last week. Oh, I'm on 3. It's fine. All good. We'll give this a try. We'll give this a try and see how it goes. So you got Loshire Hobbit. You got 17 banners in total. That is awesome. Oh yeah, so I had them before they had switched it so that like inside could go outside and you know all of that. Let me get my little person out. Hey, Archerina. So yeah, I decided that I wasn't really into some of the banners after all. But I was glad I went through that process. Just like you, it was an accomplishment, right? You know, it's like you feel like you did something and you got there. That's pretty cool. Okay, our defenses are in order. Now I must tell you the role you are to play in the upcoming battle. So he wants us to defend the barricades as they come under assault and ensure they stand. So to that end, do not forget to unfurl the banners of Khazad-dûm. They can help stir the hearts of the folks here, the 3 people. But don't use them lightly, because once you use them, it's spent. Those are my orders. And let's see, we have a warning from the east, which is this way. So these banners he's talking about are these things on the table over here, which you do find in some of these. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think it's only in Moria that we see these things. They're handy though. All right, so and you can only have 1 of each color. So now I have the Foe Tamer and the Steadfast Defender. You know, normally we go and we do stuff here, but I'm wondering if this is a good plan if I'm here by myself. I don't know. We'll find out. because I gotta get that guy. Hey, you. Come back here. You. Yeah, you. No, this guy. You. Stop. Okay, there we go. This is fine. Oh yeah, an Archerina can shoot him from behind. Excellent. Okay, so this is a baby. Sometimes it's like, do we take him at the stairs or do we do it like, you know, further on where the dwarves are? That's true. If I go to where the dwarves are, we can help. And I'm not doing this from a sail. I might back up. Oh, and there's an encounter. A dwarf crashes through the door of the auction hall, bearing a crate of stolen goods. So I might go after that, but I might not. We'll see. So let's see. Loshire is saying the main ones that you wanted are tied to your Rohan character with the backstory. That makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna stand maybe closer to here. See what happens. And then there's a goblin sapper we gotta watch out for. Oh, he's way back here still. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Oh, I completed Zealot of Painslayer. That's nice. Means I've got the advance to do probably. That's okay. Archerina, why are you not shooting these people? Hang on, we gotta get this guy. The hull will not burn. I bet you it won't let me mount up here. So we're gonna run, and here we go. Here's our gold stealer. We have to stop him. I think we stopped him. Alright, so back to Willie. Cool, you've stopped him with making off with the stolen goods. Good job, us. So I defeat, oh, Battle of 21st Hall. Apparently I haven't done this before. I've got that one done. Yeah, I guess we haven't come in and done these. Because Affodil is not this far, that's why, probably. Okay, so,
Victory is ours this day.
the battle has only just begun. Another advance. So, to the south, which is this way. Luckily, I've done these a bunch of times, so I'm pretty familiar with the ebb and flow of the battle. Oh, I forgot about my banners, though. I guess I don't have one of those. Okay, so let's grab, let's see, I have a foe tamer. So the thing is with that now, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and drop the foe tamer one. Oh, not that. I mean, why not? Because then I could pick up another one. So now this is going to give, I don't know, some sort of a benefit. I should have read it before I put it down. It's usually something like it either helps us or it hinders them. I mean, that's really the bottom line of it. Look, Mazog's peoples. We are so done with you. There we go. Excellent. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Alright, so the main ones you wanted were tied to your Rohan character who has the backstory. So you wanted Edoras, Eastfold, and Broadacres. Nice. And you love the Wallstow quest line. And you managed to rebuild Hippold. Nice. That's awesome. You've had a busy week. Yeah, I've had a busy week since last stream. I would agree, you have. You've been quite active. Well, you know, they say Rohan needs your help, so you answered the call. Good job. I think, I'm not sure, did we finish rebuilding? I don't think we finished rebuilding Hippold. Now think about it. On, which one? On Treebeard. I think we got started, but I don't think we finished it. You know what else I realized we didn't finish on Treebeard is, Bilbo Bag, not Bilbo. Okay, we have defended. We can go and get our next task. Bingo Boffin. We haven't finished Bingo Boffin over on Treebeard. Like, because every time there's a new, you know, we get the next area also of the Bingo storyline. And so we paused at the end of the last one, but now we should have new stuff, so we haven't done that yet.
Victory is ours this day.
Anyway, we'll catch up on that one these days.
Kazan!
Alright, so I fear the orcs will not give up easily in their assault. Look, there is another of the guards to the west, which is this way. Cool. Oh yeah, so gotta remember to watch out for the Ill Omen, which is not here yet, but will be shortly. Are those both Valiant Heart? Okay, so I got two of those now. Well, I got one, but I can pick up the other one. So the Ill Omen is going to show up right over here in this corner. So that's where we want to keep an eye out. But it's nice if we don't have to do it at the same time as the rest of this stuff. So what I want to do is take out all of these things. Well, the waves. Take out all these waves, because there's like 3 waves or something. So I want to do all these waves first. And then, when the omen appears, deal with it after I've taken care of all the waves. So that's the plan here. So I think there's like 3 waves that are going to come. So you can see they spawn like right over there. So here they come. Nope, that guy's not coming. This guy's coming. Hey, I want to shoot you. There we go. Come say hello to my arrows. The pointy end. So they are like taking a little bit of my health, but it seems like it's coming. I'm doing okay. We're doing okay. Cool. Alright. And then that was nice. Take that guy right out. I like it. This guy is hale. Hale and hearty. Alright, Goblin Sapper in the crowd. So the Goblin Sappers, they just keep doing their thing. Like, they don't pause for anything, so you can't do any crowd control. Like, with as a hunter, I could do like a bard's arrow to send them away. So, a horrible screeching echoes from beyond the western barricade. Oh? What is that? Oh, this guy. This is an instance, or an encounter. So let me take care of him first. Or her, as the case may be. I'm not sure. Alright, got rid of that one and their Dark Claw. Okay, so now here's our Ill Omen. So, and they will trigger from a proximity thing, so that's why I'm kind of skating around the outside. I don't want to get them to see me just yet. I'll put some stuff down. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do the full thing. I'll go invisible, zoom, and there we go. Kapow, kapow, kapow. So Loshire says, my tactic for this skirmish is to get all the banners, drop them all in the Council of Marzubul. Yeah, learn the hard way on your main. Well, but sometimes I need them for these things. Like, this guy's a little tough. So we're going to try put one down on him and see if that helps. Helps me because I'm almost dead. That's unfortunate. We don't want that. I am really struggling here. Okay, oh, they got me. Alright, I assume it's still there. If I come back in. Let's see, where was it? It was west, right? Let's go west. Yeah, there's one. But I was still dealing with... What's not? Oh. Did I end up... Was it like a mutual kill? Oh, that's kind of funny. Alright, cool. And I did get my tokens of Ill Omen, so that's awesome. That's really funny. We took each other out. Okay. And, oh, Marival. We haven't done that before. In Moria. We get a drink here.
Victory is ours this day!
Alright, word comes from the northern hallway that the enemy is preparing an assault there. So yes, now we gotta go to the Chamber of Mars. Oh, hang on. Did I pick up that other banner? I don't think I did. Let me go back and grab that one. Because I went ahead and used the one, right? So we could get another one. Oh, I used the wrong one. Oh well. Valiant Heart, you're there forever. What can we say? Oh yeah, so what do my things do? Let's see, this one is... Can prevent those nearby from succumbing to defeat. Oh yeah, a 25-meter morale heal over time. That would have been perfect, wouldn't it? That's what I needed. The Unwearied King places a power heal over time. Let's see. Minor Token of Lost Knowledge. Affect your enemy with a penalty to tactical offense. Okay. 25-meter damage debuff. And defense buff. Okay. Yeah, I see why you would put those all down together. Like I said, normally we've got like the two of us. Uh-oh. Archerina, what up, yo? Come on, girl. Follow. Girl. Alright, we're gonna dismiss you. Call you back in a second. I'm coming with you, Willie. Alright. There we go. Hopefully she follows this time. And usually, like I said, we have two of us, or we do it like as a group of 4 or 6 or whatever. So this is a little bit more interesting with just one. But hopefully it means I will only have to go to one at a time. I don't know. We'll see how this works out. So here's our south barricade. So the problem what they're going to do is usually what happens is there's stuff that's at the south barricade and then there's stuff at the north barricade. And so we're here and this is the middle. That one I already have. That one I already have. Okay. And we pop, this is the middle here. Do I have the foe tamer? I think I do, right? Yeah, I already have that. Okay. Hey, Willie. Do I have to talk to you here? What's the scoop? Or do we talk to somebody else? Is there somebody else we can talk to? Ah, yeah, it's you. Okay.
Victory
So,
is ours
he
this
says
day.
he's going to complete the
Baruch
preparations
Hazar!
here. And if the hallway falls, the chamber will be our final hope for waiting out the siege. Okay, so go defend the northern hallway. And if I need to, use an unwearied king or valiant heart. Which would be that one and that one. Okay, so that's the power and the morale. Which, like I said, would have been really handy last time. I think it's just because it was the Ill Omen, though. That's why it was so, why it did such damage to me. Because I've noticed the rest of these guys, they're doing some damage, but it's not been, like, redonkulous, you know what I mean? Wait, did I just go south? Am I at the south barricade? I am, aren't I? Well, that's funny. No, that says north end. They said north end. Okay. Northern barricade, north end. Oh my goodness. Why is there nobody here? Yeah, defend the northern hallway. Oh no, warning sounds from the south end of the northern hallway. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm gonna get there and all the dwarves will be done. And the south end of the northern hallway. Okay. Whoopsie. That's okay, there'll just be a lot of battle. God, it takes so long to run from one to the other. Holy macaroni. Hey, how you dwarves doing? What? I don't see anybody here. Okay, here we go. Well, we'll just do challenge mode because we'll pop them all at once. Hey. Oh, it's one of those Daywalker Berserkers. Oh, that's a shame. Because if you get him before his little shields come up, that's handy. But the nice thing is you can trip him and then just wait him out. Because he's got, his shield is like a time thing. Oh, we got something else. Skirmisher back there. Look, Daywalker Berserker. Who asked you? That's what I thought. He's very stunnable, which is fantastic. I do appreciate that with these berserkers. Yeah. The south end. Okay, that's where we are. Hooray. Still here. And I'll go ahead and take a potion because it seems like I have an effect on me. Yeah. Okay, so Sandy is back. At first it was, I'll fix a couple eggs, then it was, oh, I can put some peppers and onions. Then you remembered you had some ham. Yeah. And you thought, well, I might as well make some toast too. Nice. But this was brunch for today, not like a second breakfast. Well, I mean, a second breakfast is also quite valid. Of course. Come on. Where is Delia? Okay, apparently I'm shooting at this guy. Come here. Come here. Let me shoot you. North end of the northern hallway. Okay. That we know. Nope, still not going to let me mount up. Alright, we'll run over there. Hey, Pamela! Sounds good. Gonna go get some tea. Good call. I've got my tea right here in my Deco de Mew mug. Yay for Deco de Mew. We like them. Sandy says, I love that as a hobbit. Oop, so many battles were something you only see from the waist down. That is a funny but accurate point. You don't see the face until they're dead at your feet. You're like, oh, is that what you look like? I feel that way about myself sometimes because we don't have mirrors that are like, you know, lower than like my shoulders. We have a mirror in the house anyway. So yeah. Oh, hey, where's my archer? Oh, she's back here. Well, hopefully we'll catch her on the way by. Yeah, so there's definitely times when I'm like, you know, see myself in a mirror somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, is that what I look like? Oh, Sandy asks, am I solo today? Well, I wasn't planning on being solo today. Affadil was going to join me, but as it turns out, somehow I have managed to do more of this than Affadil has, of the Moria storyline. So I have unlocked these instances for the Ill Omens. The Ill Omens theme today is beneath the world, so it's all Moria stuff. And somehow I have unlocked these, but Affadil had not. So I either am solo or I'm doing it over on Treebeard where I don't actually need the tokens.
Victory is ours this day.
Okay, so this is the final assault. So here's what we're gonna do. Put down the thing, put down the thing, put down the thing, put down the thing, put down the thing. Wait till this guy comes in and we can actually attack him. He's such a slacker. That's right. Hey, wait, come back here. Awesome. Yo, 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 yo. Over here. Thank you. Oh, wow. Hey, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Where'd you go? Oh, dude. Oh, I have an eye on me. Let's get rid of that if possible. Cool. I think we survived. Aw, poor Archerina. She's got an eye on her. She's losing 12,000 common damage every 2 seconds. Ouch. Alright, but she's fine now. Let's see. Is there anything else to click on? I already clicked on the guy, so I got my stuff. Cool.
Victory is ours this
He says,
day.
well done, but I fear our victory here is short-lived. The orcs seem nearly endless in number. The expedition is doomed to failure. It will be years before we're strong enough to cleanse these halls. Ah well, now is not the time for fear or grief. You have defended this hall for today. So we'll finish that. Yay. And now we travel. So yes, so I decided I'd see how it goes trying these alone. And that was the first one. I only died once, so that wasn't too bad. You know, I can work with that. Palmella, this instance looks terrifying. It's really not bad. It's not bad. It's a tower defense, basically, idea. And it's not really easy to show you there, but basically you start off and you're in the center, like where you phase in. Here, I'll just wander over there. So it starts off like out here. And then you basically are sent in 3 different directions. So the first time you're sent to the stairs, which are this direction. So you go and you beat up stuff over there. And then the second time you're sent to the other side, and so you, oh no, sorry, you're sent to the south. So you beat up stuff over there. It looks different. And then the third time you go over there and you beat up stuff over there. And then we wander off into the hall where there's the big room in the middle. And then to get there, there's like kind of a half circle hallway. So you're either going to the south part of that or to the north part of that. And then you end up finishing in the middle. So it's not too bad. So, oh, Pomelo is asking what kind of tea everybody's drinking. What am I drinking? It's like Zen, but I think it's the second one, so it's called Zen again. Yeah. So what do you have? Sandy, you're having tea also, right? And Palmella's having tea. Palmella, what are you having? Arabani says, Moria is terrifying. I do not know what these dwarves thought going there. No wonder they eventually failed and had to retreat, losing many people. I definitely felt that way. Man, the first time I came into Moria, I was so lost and just like I can appreciate the scale and the scope of the architecture. I mean, it's quite impressive. But man, is it a rabbit warren, you know what I mean? Let's see, Pomella's got a chai latte, yum. And Sandy's having boring black tea with honey. Hey, if the boring black tea is what you want, then that makes sense. So Afdil did point out, or before did point out something to me at some point, like a couple years ago now, that it's kind of, okay, so here's our full Moria map, but it's kind of layered. So like, you've got the Great Delving, Zelamalek, and Nudmalek, and they are like on top physically of like the Silvertine lodes and the Redhorn lodes. And then down at the very bottom of everything is you've got the waterworks, which is behind my head. But like right here is the waterworks. And then the Flaming Deeps, which is the next one over, and the Foundations of Stone. So those are like the bottom layer of Moria. And then so you've got like your Durin's Way and your Maleks and then your lodes and then the deep things. So that kind of helped me to understand this map a little bit better. And then Zergzigel is off to the side because it's like they know the top of the mountain. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Arabani points out that yeah, story-wise, I think they barely survived a year there, maybe two, for the dwarves. Yeah, it's interesting because I like the way that the Lotro has like, excuse me, come back and inhabited Moria. Has brought the dwarves in to, you know, because they're like trying to retake it. And so we get to see it being kind of like an active place, and that's kind of fun. That's been kind of interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and try the next one, which is Instance Finder. So we're doing, let's see, it's not Cardoon, it's not Epic Battles. I found it earlier. I was so proud of myself that I just scrolled through and I found it. I was like, I could just do it that way, but it's probably easier to just do the thing, but it's right here, right? Let's see, Battle of the Deep Way. No, it's not right there. Oh, there it is, Battle of the Deep Way. Skirmish Defensive. Okay, so if we look under Skirmish Defensive, that's where we're gonna find these. Cool, I was just curious. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back down to 142. Yeah, and off we go. All right, so travel now.
Bori's failed raid upon Zabba
Yeah, just right. Sandy says just not a good way to map that place, I think. Or I need a topography map. I get it. Doing 3D maps is hard though, and so I understand like there wasn't really a good way to do it necessarily. I don't know. The Arabani says so they really did not achieve anything except for killing the Watcher and keeping some orcs busy for a bit. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're taking it back in some way. But I absolutely love Moria, says Arabani. Okay, so this is the Battle of the Deep Way. And again, this is like kind of a tower defense where we go over here and defend, we go over here and defend, we go back and forth, basically. And then the center also has stuff that'll come at us from time to time. So he says, the barricades are set, my dwarves stand ready, all that must be done now is to wait for the orcs to come. So I would ask that you follow the ebb and flow of the battle and aid where you are needed most. Also, do not forget to unfurl the banners of Khazad-dûm. They can help stir the hearts of all free peoples to great deeds and may even help turn the tide of battle. But do not use them lightly, as once unfurled, a banner's strength is spent. Okay, we have picked up the banners. We have our archer. We are ready to go. Thank you. Yes, yeah, Sandy says I have a love-hate relationship with Moria. Oh, and Seabait says hello. Hello. Okay, so which way are we going? Which way are they sending us? They'll tell us. Just waiting. North barricade. Okay, so north is this way. So see how that dwarf archer is taken off that way? That's where we're going. So we've got this kind of like narrow passageway heading to the north here, and then it takes a sharp turn. So he's going to hang out by these barricades, and the enemies are going to phase in over there by the door. And then we just stand here and take them out. And Archerina does get a shot in. Good job, girl. Yeah, so you love the story, Sandy says, but and the architecture, but you hate the heights and you hate getting lost. Yeah, I understand that. The more I come into Moria, the more I understand its topography, and it makes it easier for me to find my way around. So that does help. So let's see. Before has added a link in the chat. It says, imagine if the in-game map was 3D interconnected like this fan-made map of Dragok's Lair, which I don't have up on my screen because I'm in the middle of an instance, but I can look at his screen. So basically, there's a ring, and then like lines, and then a ring, and then lines, and then a ring. So that would be, you know, one way to do it. To do Moria is to have like flat stuff, lines running to the next thing, flat stuff, lines running to the next thing. 3D maps are not simple. Like, if you've ever been to a mall, you know, just looking at how they do it, it's, yeah, it can be complicated. Oh, was that the third? Okay. So basically you get 3 assaults on a location, and then it shifts to the next location. So let me grab these banners. Also, I'm not sure that I have the correct foods. Let's see. Resistance, poison. Oh, that's not what I need. I need in combat regen. There we go. The other thing I got to keep an eye on here is Broger used to be, yeah, as weak as a wet paper bag. So he'll throw himself into battle and die. And if he does that, if he perishes here, you lose and you have to start over. So you not only have to like defeat the things, but you have to defeat the things next to Broger first, or he will just take himself out because he's a goof. Broger, you're a goof. Can you just stand back there, dude? Stand back. We have a south barricade encounter. We'll wait until we go to the south barricade because I'm guessing it's going to send me there pretty soon. Okay, so that was central camp. Yeah. Oh, and we have a horrible chittering in the northwest corner. Oh, there, over there. Well, let me go deal with this real quick. You take out all these little guys, and then you get a big bad. All right, you know what? You can wait. We're going to the south because we have waves coming in the south. We really should stop them, and then we might get the croaker while we're down here, which is a big toad. All right, dwarf warrior, you just standing there? Cool. It's all good. No need to do anything. It's fine. Cool, I got this. Alright, so where's the croaker? I see further ahead. I see a red dot on the map further ahead. Hey, Archerina, come and help out. Archerina! There you go. Good job. Hello, mad croaker. Isn't he crazy looking? Thankfully, we can take him out. Yay! New deed! The Battle of the Deep Way! Awesome. Yeah, before says, Broger is as healthy as a horse. A pretty sickly horse, that is. I mean, he's healthy. He's got plenty of health. It just goes away really fast. He just has no defense. Yeah. Sandy says, I've only taken 2 caricatures through Moria, and only one of those was solo. But yes, second time was a bit easier. Yeah, I have been lucky that Before has been with me on my journeys through Moria most of the times. Apparently not this time, though. I took this character through places that he hasn't been, which I'm surprised. Let's see, I think that was 3 waves. Because once you get, again, like once you get to the 3rd wave, then it's gonna, stuff's gonna happen in the center. Do I not have that? I have that one too. Okay. I have all of them. Back to the center. Oh yeah, we can finish that encounter we started there. Yeah, Lost Shire says Broger is a Leroy Jenkins. That is reasonably accurate. He's like, sweet, there's battle, let me in on it. And I'm like, no, don't do that, Broger. Like, let them hit me, not you. It's fine if I perish. I can come back. Alright. Oh, completed a blight bearing thing. Okay, let's finish this off. So we have to finish off these little bubbles. Oh no, what's that? Is that my thing? Hang on. Yeah, that's my harbinger. I ain't ready for you, bud. Well, maybe I have to be. Alright, let me go deal with the Harbinger. Because I don't want to deal with it in the middle of other things. Angered by the destruction of her workers, the gorged Gredbog Queen erupts. Oh, darn it, I thought I hadn't gotten rid. Oh, Archerina's back there. Ah! Well, that's great. You just take care of that big bad back behind me there, Archerina. There's a whole battle happening behind me that we're not even paying attention to. Amanda needing to take more potions. Oh, there she is. I have a feeling Archerina perished, so we'll bring her back in a minute. That's fine. I'll just take the two of you at once. It'll be great. Eee. And yeah, cool. Almost there. Almost there. Almost got him. Sweet. Now we just gotta deal with her. That's fine. We can deal with her. Hopefully. Yay! Shoo! Hey, Archerina. Would you like to come join the battle? Okay, so south. We gotta go south, and they may be really in bad shape by now. But that's the only problem with these things, because it's the waves come like it's got its own timer, and if you are slow, yeah, things can happen. You could lose a barricade, you could lose a dwarf, stuff like that. You can see our little dwarf warrior here is about half health. But good job, buddy. Do I still didn't use those? Okay, so we need the foe tamer and the steadfast. Where's steadfast? Nope, not you. There it is. Alright, so those two are extras. Sure, let's just go ahead and use one. What is this one? Nearby foes to falter. Sure, you all can falter. Yo. Let's see. Loshire says you've gotten 5 characters through Moria. That's awesome. I have gotten characters to the other side of Moria for sure. Like sometimes we've just like screened through doing the just paying attention mostly to the epic. We've done one where we did like all the things on the side at least once, maybe twice we've done that. That was interesting. I do find it interesting how many different storylines there are going on in Moria. There's a lot going on down here, and yeah, storyline wise and everything, they've put a lot into it. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate being able to come in and experience a lot of it. And I used to just really get so frustrated because of getting so lost, but it's a lot better now. All right, I think that might be, yeah, it's central camp time. All right. And if we end up in the south again, those banners will probably be expired by then. So, but it's okay. We got fresh ones. We picked up the new ones, so we're good. All right. Defend Broger from himself. Here he goes. Yeah, as long as I can hold aggro, that's the key. Oh, no, don't. You're gonna shoot me. No, don't be. Broger, no. Broger, no. Come here, defendant of the veil. There we go. Good job. You want to talk to me. You don't want to talk to that guy. Phew. So, it's really funny. I haven't done any skirmishes. So, before with this character. So I am like starting all these various deeds, like these lieutenants and instances and all of that stuff. It's really crazy. So Lashai says, I always go, where's the Bat Cave? And give the answer as well. See north. Back to the north over here. Yeah, I really appreciate that Before thinks in 3D more than I do. And that's really handy for questing together. But I can get around more than I used to be able to. Like these don't throw me off like they used to. Man, I could go invisible there waiting so long. Rawr. Cool. Nice. Oh, man. That was nice. I haven't been able to do that in a while. Do. Sometimes we do it because there's a... I forget what the skill is called, but on the minstrel, that for Affadil, before normally plays a minstrel, and so there's like this kind of exploding action. I don't even, I mean, that's what it seems like. So we start off with Affadil exploding, which does a lot of damage, and then I do a rain of arrows, which does a lot of damage, and it's great. So we just kind of like do like a 1-2 punch on a lot of them. So it's kind of funny when I'm by myself. It's like, but nobody's softening them up for me. I mean, that's fine. Yay, good job, Burger. You survived the first one. Let's see, make sure you survive all of them. Okay, cool. Get that cutthroat to look at me. Thank you. Good job. We have defended against the 4th assault. We should return to Broger. Hey, B. What up, yo? Okay. Yeah, before it says, of my minstrel's 8 main offensive abilities, half of them are AoEs. So that, yeah, so like, minstrel goes AoE, AoE, and I'm like, rain of arrows, that's my AoE, my area one, so. Oh, yes, okay, here come the enemies against the central camp. So this should be the last phase of this, where basically we have, excuse me, stuff coming up from the central camp, which is the, keep Broger alive phase again. But then we're going to have some stuff show up in the big bad's going to show up in the corner. All right, cool. Broger's not engaged with anybody. He's healing himself? Oh, I'm so proud of you, Broger. I didn't know he could do that. Anyway, so we've got a couple of waves here, and then once these waves are done, or getting close to done, the big bad will appear. We'll get like you hear a loud crash or something like that. And that is the other main Broger protection moment. Cool, I've got aggro. Yes, thank you. Apparently I'm popping in and out of combat a lot. Sure. No, they're not all here yet. Oh well, it's okay. Let's see if I can take their attention. Okay, good. That's not there. I didn't miss an announcement. Alright. Oh no, they're still coming. Okay. Cool. Okay, so, completed Goblin Slayer. Well, that's nice. Thank you. I don't have time for that. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. Question for you on the thing. I'm in the middle of battle-y stuff, and a disambiguation window popped up, and I didn't have time for it, so I just dismissed it. So does that mean it'll never complete that for me?
I'm surprised it came up while you were in battle.
Well, it was between battles. Like, I was, I had finished the battle I was in,
Right.
and then
Surprised it didn't auto-hide the next time battle started.
I just shoved it away because I needed to see where Broger was and who he was fighting.
Yes, it
Yes, I know that. Those are my questions.
check it off manually.
So, okay. This was the big bad that we had to deal with. That's why I put all those things down. So, looks like we have succeeded. We did all the things. Okay. So, Broger is like, good job. Sorry, I should do this in Dwarven. It was a glorious battle. One that shall be long remembered. The orcs thought they could use trickery to gain the upper hand, but they could not stand in the face of our combined might. Now let us finish our business here and see what else we can do to push back these foul orcs. There we go. Lawshire mentions that, yeah, I saw someone in World Chat last night about buying something, and then someone said Isengard bids 5, and I laughed so hard. So there's a story. If you haven't gotten there yet, it's a little. I mean, it's not a spoiler because you have no context, aside from Isengard bidding on something and bidding 5. So yes, there's a story part in Lotro where yes, Isengard bids 5, and it's yeah, it comes up in World Chat on a regular basis, and it's funny every time. For me, I still find it funny. I'm sure some people are like, okay, that joke's like 10 years old, but I'm like, yeah, but it's still funny. All right, so I still need to do Battle of the Way of the Smiths. So let's pop in there. 142. Let's get that going. Yeah, Pamela says sometimes World Chat is funny. Once I saw someone complaining about the lag, and another person chimed in with lag is canon. I remember the number of times my brain froze reading the Silmarillion, trying to remember who was who and what was what. That's excellent. Okay, so this one is, this is the supervisor's platform. And we do come back up here for some of the battle. But basically, the first part of the battle, it takes place at these forges. So there's 3 forges down there. And at each forge has kind of a left side and a right side where things are going to come popping out of the wall. So first they're going to come out of the one side, and then eventually we come back here and they come out the other side. So that's going to happen for each of these 3 different forges. So we've got like a forge, you know, where they're going to come out there and they're going to come out there. And then there might be something, an encounter that happens underneath the supervisor's platform. And then at the end, we're going to finish in that entryway that we came in. So the battle does finish in there. Okay, so that's kind of like how this is going to go. So we talked to Stothkel,
With your help,
and he's
we
like,
will be
I fear
ready
you
for
wasted your time
anything."
coming here. With the way shut, we'll have no problems with the orcs. Those witless fools have no chance of forcing this door open. The Heart of Fire is... Wait, what's that sound? It can't be. They have found us! Dun, dun, dun. Again, we're going to follow the ebb and flow of battle, and don't forget to unfurl our banners. Yeah. Yeah, before it says, if it took the Fellowship days to cross Moria, why are you complaining if it takes an extra 30 seconds? Okay, so Eastern Forge. So east is this way. So they're going to come from either the left or the right, and then there's 2 banners that are here for us at each one of these forges too, which is nice. I already have them. Okay. All right, so they've crashed through that wall, which means they're going to keep coming through this same wall spot for a while. So we're going to get a couple of waves here, and they're all going to come from the same place. Okay, do I have the other one? No, I do. I have those exact same 2. Okay, that's kind of funny. So here they come. Thanks, Moobot. Cool. Moobot has pointed out there are benefits to being a VIP or subscribing to Lotro. Let's see. Oh, Western. Okay, we gotta go to the Western Forge. Bye. So you just run across. And I'm pretty sure mounts aren't allowed in here, so we don't mount up. Deed bestowed, deed completed, Lotro point, title word. Sweet. Oh man, they're already here. So fast. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Looks like our dwarf sentry here is... Ooh, he got a little ways down. He did have all the aggro. Alright, cool. Good job. Let's see. We don't have the hammer stroke. Alright. There we go. And I did forget, they don't often make it all the way up here. Ooh, an Echo of Death. That's exciting. Somebody hit me hard there. Okay, where's my Archerina? Hey, Archerina, can you shoot this Echo of Death for me, please? What? Why are you looking the other way? right here. Look, he's right here. You could shoot him if you really wanted to. Good grief, girl. Alright, let me do a food, because maybe that'll help me get some more regeneration. Because, man, that was got a little low. Oh, where are we at? I better run around. There they are. I didn't see the sign come up of where they were. They're in the center. Hey, hey, everybody pay attention to me. There we go. Let that warrior live. Let my warrior live. Oh boy, he is really low. Oh, he got down to a sliver of his health. Maybe I should put one of these banners down to help him out. Alright, that's fine. Here they come. Oh, it's because I switched tabs and I was thinking it was on the general tab, in the area tab. There it is, yeah. The fires of the Western Forge have died out. So this is an encounter. West is this way. Harbinger has appeared. We're not going to deal with that just yet. Let's see if I can do this. So we need to work the bellows to get the fire back. Oh, goodness gracious. Whatever has happened. An ice shard appeared. Who could have seen that happen coming? So yes, Ice Heart is why the thing went out. So we had to take him out. Western Forge, we're already here, thank goodness. So they'll be coming out the other door. There we go. Oh, so if you're interested in what are the benefits of being VIP, you can click on that link, and it does kind of detail out the differences. But one of them is I get to talk to Wenda Cranesbill every 2 weeks. Well, I can talk to her every day. I only need to talk to her once every 2 weeks. Oh, dip. That was awesome. And she, I'm at the Western Forge. She gives me a bauble, well, 2 for my inventory that allows me to, one of them is a drink, a potion, so you go ahead and consume that, and then that lasts for 2 weeks. And it keeps you from taking any damage to your all of your stuff from like from defeats or using them for crafting or in battle. So you never end up having to repair your stuff, which is really awesome. I love that ability. And then you're also faster when you're crafting, so that's really handy. Your cat just came in. Says Western Forge. Okay, cool. They're right here. So that's a cool thing. And then the other bauble she gives you is this little blue thing I have down here on my bar. Which, hang on, I'm stepping back a little bit. It says Western Forge. I'm like, okay. They just keep giving us Western Forge. Sure, I'm fine with that. Means I'm here on time. And that allows me to have access to pretty much every like NPC that I need to talk to, except for maybe the barber, I suppose. Dang, hold on, I'm taking that advantage. Do something. I guess I could have put down a banner. Been told they're useful. Cool. I've defended against the second assault. There's a few moments to gather your breath before the next arrives. Okay. The fires of the Eastern Forge have died out. Alright, let's go over the east. I wonder if we'll encounter something over there. Oh, and I can't forget my Harbinger. Ooh, maybe I'll do the Harbinger real quick, actually. That'd probably be a good idea, because I don't want to forget that. That's really important. We saw this guy earlier, didn't we? Angrium the Bound. Hi, sweetie. We have a cat nearby. And in the now we have enemies against the supervisor's platform, so we'll have to go deal with that here in a quick second. No, they just want me everywhere. I don't remember if Stothkel is as easily defeated as Broger. I don't think so, although Stothkel is taking some damage. Okay, so we gotta finish up this Harbinger and get our butts up there. Come on, man. Go back to where whence you came. Thank you. I gotta go. So we gotta get up there and defend Stothkel. He's down to like half health. Come on. Look at me, look at me, everybody look at me. It's like I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me, because I'm standing on a boat. Cool. Okay, so... Are we getting our waves up here? I still haven't done that encounter over on the... What was it, at the eastern, I think? Oh well. Yes! Lost Hobbit says, portable town in your pocket. So handy. I love it. I'll show you all this in a second. Now is not the time for a red firework. Cool. So those are the two main benefits, I think. I do also get 500 Lotro points every month, so that's neat. It's so funny. There's so many benefits that I've gotten really used to them, so I kind of take it for granted, you know. Oh, Swift Travel. I have Swift Travel's unlocked for me, so that's neat. Yeah, a lot of this is in that spreadsheet thing. Whoops, wait, why is that one? New deed, Orc Slayer. Awesome. So here's the problem before. This is right here in front of me. I don't have time to look at it. Like, I have to figure out what deed did I just do, and I don't have time to deal with it because I've got combat coming back again. It did hide itself, but I still don't, like, I'm in the middle of dealing with things, so I'm like, okay.
Move it to the corner and let it hide itself.
Until I can, but I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know what answer to choose for it.
Is any of those say Moria?
Lone Lands, Angmar, there's a Moria. All right.
Moria.
All right, we'll just assume it was that then. I am in Moria, that is true. Oh, wait, I don't want to talk to Stothkel yet. Hang on. Stay there and get healthy. Let's see if this encounter is still here. All right, cool. This one's gone out. I wonder if something's going to happen. Oh, goodness, look at that. Brimfire. The fire Grim, known as Grimheart, has appeared. Wait, where are you going? Wait, where are you going? Okay, apparently I still have those going on. So I probably won't get to put them out again. Oh well. No big deal. Skogosi says hello. Says good evening. Good evening.
With your
All right.
help,
I
we
do not
will
like
be
this.
ready
Can you
for
hear the rumbling
anything.
beyond the entrance hall? Follow me. All right, so we're going to follow him and go and do more battle. So this is what you get if you have the subscriber town services, which is that thing from Wenda. So I've got access to the shop, my vault, shared storage, my wardrobe, the auction house, and a legendary item forge in my pocket. It's pretty handy. So yeah, love that. Okay, so we're gonna get some stuff that's gonna show up here. There it is. So let's put some things down. Now, fun thing is he's going to do like a sweep and knock everybody in the air, because that's what he does. And if you get it just right, you can end up like up on the ceiling, like on one of the little ledges on the wall, which is fun. Oh, I didn't get it. There's like a ledge up right over there, and if he hits you just right, you can end up there, and that's fun. Well, he went down fast. Maybe I should use the banners more places. That seems to work really fast. And the cat is wound up. All right, I think we've done everything we can do here. All right, there's little elves for you to do here now. Do you wish to leave with me? Yeah, sure. What is with the cat? Okay. Let's see. B4 says, I've had a long-standing goal to add to Deed Tracker a list of every instance in every pre-Gondor region so we can look up where you are from the last instance you entered, but it's yet to begin. Yeah, Pamela says, that would be so helpful. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's like you'd have to pick something from, like, what, one of the things that somebody says in the instance, maybe, to key you in as to where you are, or what instance you're in.
The thing that's underlined, and that's the name of the instance.
Oh, right. In your general output, when you enter an instance, it'll say, you know, whatever it is, and it's underlined, like skirmish, Battle of the Deep Way, or whatever. I'm scrolling through to find it. But anyway, so yeah, that could be a way that it would know where you are. Yeah. Okay, so we have done, apparently we needed to do 3 out of the 4. I didn't actually notice that in the information, but that's normal for these Ill Omens, that it gives you a list, but you don't have to do everything on the list. You only need to do a partial set of the list. So we have done 3 out of the 4 things that were listed there. And so now Netta Pinleaf is ready to talk to me. Hey, Lord Zakbora has arrived. Says, hello, Red. Hi, B4. Hi, chat. So, hello, Lord Zakbora. So, all right, so we're going to talk to Netta, and she is going to say, very good. That ought to keep them away from these folks for a bit. So we finished that. She gives us 2 more of those tokens, and now she's done with us for the day. Now, if I wanted to, I could spend my 25 on Bat Whirls. The Bat Whirls are a consumable item, and when you do, what is it, 40 of them or something, I think, then you get the skill for all time. But it costs 25 of these tokens to get 5 of the Bat Whirls. And so what did I get today? I was at like 14 or something like that. I don't know, I didn't get that many tokens. You don't get that many tokens in a day. You get like 10 to 15 in a day, right? So, yeah, it's not easy to do all of that. I'd rather save them up, I think, and get one of these. There's a whole bunch of different cosmetic pets. Yeah, cosmetic pets. That's what I want. So, like, there's a jackal, there's a snake, there's a crab. We have a crawler, a beast, a hound, a worm, a white horn, which I'm tempted by, but I don't have the tokens for it. A tattered bat, a blood red bat, a sienna goat, the fiery yellow beetle, and the corrupted craven. But actually, what I really want are these other things now. Oh, because you have to do enough of it through the event. There's these portent of strength, portent of vitality, and portent of deafness, but you have to have this token, this positive portent token, which it says found during the Ill Omens event may be exchanged, blah, blah, blah. You have to do, let me see, where is it? I think it's listed here. I think it's here. Skirmish? Oh yeah, here it is. Skirmish, Ill Omens. Complete skirmish assaults across Middle Earth. So basically do that wrapper we just did. Do it 10 times during the Ill Omens time frame, of which it was like 2 or 3 weeks. But we just were too busy. So we've hardly been in here doing this. So literally I've done this twice, both times on stream with you all. And so that's why I'm not going to make it to getting one of those tokens. Yeah. So unfortunately I will miss out on that this year. Hopefully next year I'll get in and do the Ill Omens more often. But that's kind of how that works out. So, let's see. So we're done with Ill Omens for today with this character. And we're only an hour, a little over an hour in. Now, I didn't open my fancy box, so let's go ahead and do that. So the Hobbit gifts are still have the possibility of giving out Yule gifts. So if that is something that's of interest to you, make sure you pop in and open your silver every day, because you get a silver for free every day. If you're a VIP, you get a gold one once a week for free. There's another VIP benefit. So so make sure that's on Thursdays for the gold, by the way, for the VIPs, is when it resets. So yeah, make sure you pop in there and grab those every day, the silver one, if you are still interested in getting Yule gifts, because I've actually gotten a few. Let's see. Let me just chow these up real quick, because if you're not in an instance and you do the Virtue XP and you're on the difficulty slider, it gives you bonus Virtue XP. So I just got like a bonus 5, 5, 5, 5 off of those. Yeah, bonus 8. So that's kind of fun. So I like doing those. But yeah, what have I gotten? I've gotten a silver winter gift of a coffee table. And then I got a pet cinnamon donkey twice. So I have to decide what I'm going to do about that. But yeah, those are things I've gotten recently, so that's kind of cool. Oh, I was going to show you all. I did do a little bit of rearranging at my house. The one at Wellforth Way, I believe. Let's pop over there, because I did want to show you some of that. And then if we have time, what I might do is switch over to Treebeard, and Affadil on Treebeard, and I could go and do Bingo Boffin, if that's of interest. Oh, I'm on a goat. I don't want to be on a goat. Let me get back on the ice flower steed. I like that one better. Let's see. I don't think I did anything with the yard here. Yeah, I think I pretty much left the yard as it was. And then, so what I've basically done, I did maybe tidy this up a little bit. Since Yule is over, I'm going to keep my Yule room in my house though. Well, actually there's 2 rooms. So I've left some of the Yule decorations right outside of this door as kind of an indicator that this is the Yule space. So let's see. Coolwitch says, I got luckier getting Yule gifts after Yule ended. Yeah. I'm glad you can still roll for them. Me too. I feel like I've been getting luckier since Yule ended than I was during Yule. So I think this is mostly the same as it was last time. So we've got the decorative vase there. I've got a little floating lantern there so people don't hit themselves on the side of the wall. I thought that'd be nice. We've still got our snowman here that you can stand on so you can reach the mitten shelf, because that's a little bit high for a hobbit. Yeah, and so we've got another decorative vase here, although, you know what? Where's that table? Let's check that out. I'm going to swap out and see what the table looks like, because that might be interesting. It's a celebratory Umbari coffee table. Okay, oops. I don't feel particularly special about it. I mean, like, it's cool. Doesn't feel Yule-ish, but that's okay. Doesn't have to. All right, you know what? I think we're just going to put the vase back for now, and maybe use that coffee table somewhere else, because it doesn't seem specifically Yule-themed, although neither does the vase, I suppose. But I don't know. It's festive looking, so it's good. Oh, you know, maybe I'll leave it in kind of in the middle of that space. Okay, so there we go. Let's close that off. Okay, so this is still my, we'll get the names off. My Yule-esque area. And then around the corner the other way, I have more Yule stuff. I've got like the little snow globes of the different locations. So I've got the elf one there. We've got the Bree gate there. And we've got the dwarf one here. And then out here, we have the Hobbit one, the Shire one. So I might bring that into this room at some point. And we've got little tree. We've got our little fireplace. So yeah, so I've still got the Yule theme kind of going in these 2 rooms. And I'll probably leave it like that, because this one has the kind of dwarven, let me get rid of that. stuff on the walls, and then this one has, I think this is the Shire wallpaper. It might be the Brie, but I think it's the Shire. And I've got that it continues down to come down and down here. Now I haven't done much down here, although I did put a bed and a chandelier in here. And at some point I'll get a wall and I'll put a wall here, and that'll kind of like divide the space a little bit. Or I might put the wall here. Actually, I think I've done that before, actually. I put the wall here. So it looks like there's a wall, and then you come down, and if you go around the corner, then you've got like this space. I've got the Mordor there. It'll probably move once that turns into more of a bedroom. But I've been playing with some lights and playing with some colors on the walls. But then this room, I've done some rearranging. So basically, here's how it goes. Like, here's the front door. And so if you come in here, you can hang up your coat and your gloves and whatnot if it's winter. And then if you come straight in, you kind of get funneled into this food space. And we've got a little fireplace in here. So I thought this might be a nice kind of cozy space for hobbits to stand around eating and drinking and socializing. I might rearrange it yet because it feels a little weird to come in the front door and then basically run into a table. But I wanted it to basically funnel people into this space. And then there's times when I think, well, maybe I should open it up more. But then I'm like, but I like it kind of tighter again. So I don't know. The space will continue to evolve, but this is kind of like the prototype of it. You know, have a fireplace. The fireplace maybe moved to this wall. Have tables all around. And then in this room, my hope is to put like a whole bunch of kegs and drink spaces and stuff like that. And so I've got the Sinister keg here as kind of like a reminder and a lead in to getting yourself into here where there will be more drink options, hopefully. That's the plan for that. And then I put this hanging here as kind of like a way to delineate between like this part of the room of stuff happening and then that part of the room where there's stuff happening. I plan to put down some rugs to kind of also like kind of give the spaces a little bit more of a cohesiveness. You know, I hear rugs just tie the room together. So I'll probably do that. And then over here, my plan is still, I'm going to do the Gammer's Best Furniture at the spring or anniversary festival, which I want it ends up at. And fill up this space with some nice cozy furniture. So we're on our way. The space is continuing to evolve and it's getting closer. And then I've got Adamantia's creating potions and stuff room that's still in motion. And then we've got our cozy space with the cats and the sleeping pigs and 2 fireplaces and all of that. So yeah, so the room is coming together. Yes, Pamela says, I love this. I can't wait to see how the space all comes all together. Me too. I mean, another option is I could take 2 of these fireplaces and put them like back to back and stick them like in the middle, you know, because you do have that sometimes where you have like a central fire. So that's another possibility. I'm more likely to put down a rug, I think, and probably move the fireplace there so that way when you come in, because you're coming in from the front door, you might come in and maybe not be funneled by this table, but you know, something like, and there might be a rug like here and things come around it. I don't know. I had all the tables up against the walls like this, and I'm like, wow, that's just not giving me that cozy vibe. And so I kind of moved them out to the middle, and yeah, it's better because now you can stand all the way around it, but it's still not there, right? We're still working. We're still trying to figure out. Pamela says, I can honestly say I've never seen anyone do back-to-back fireplaces before. So, and I get one of these fireplaces, 1 or 2 of them, with every character that I have on a server. So that's kind of why I have so many of them in my house. Plus, I really like the one that you can get. That might be at the anniversary festival. The one that looks like Dragok's fireplace. That one's so cute. I have that, I think, at the other house. I have the Dragok version in that spot. So anyway, so that's, yeah, it's coming together. We're making progress. Yeah, so it's been nice because every so often, like, we're here on stream together, and then I talk through some things, and I'm like, and then I come back, like, I think it was like during his stream a week or two ago, and I was like just fixing stuff afterwards. Like I want to fix this. I want to play with this. All right, so I think, yeah, I think we'll switch over if B4 is up for it. Cool. I'm gonna switch over to Treebeard, and we'll go and check out the Bingo Boffin, because I know we're behind over there. So that'll. Oh, I should have opened up a new one while the old one was still up, or something like that. Oh well, that's okay, because this is one of the things that Lotra was dealing with is the file sizes are getting really huge. So when you have a character that has done a lot of quests and deeds, that kind of builds up with that character and that character's file. So when you are exiting and you have a character like a completionist character that I may or may not have on these servers, those characters take a long time to offload all of that data. So sometimes you have to wait a minute for it to go through that process. So that's why you'll see sometimes when you're logging off that it takes a while. It's because those characters have a lot that they've done. And so it's a lot that it's got to write off to the servers. It's got to send a really long letter. Loftshire says, I thought I was done with the meat haul. Then I went off to grab the banners. Went off on the banner grabs, yep. Yep. Yeah, Colwich says, happens to me too. I think I'm done with the house, then I get other ideas. Yes. Well, and especially because every time they open up a new area now, they're giving us new housing items to play with. So like that skiff that I got, the little boat that's that is the dock master. So you click on it, click on the boat, and it calls the dock master there, and it allows you to use it as a teleport to any of the, it's like a far-ranging stable master, but for docks, right? And I'm like, wow, I really want one of those. That sounds amazing. So, I got that. I'm like, so then that caused me to do some rearranging of things in my yard, because I put it over on one part of my yard and I wanted to put it in the water, but the water is technically not in my yard, so it wouldn't let me do that. So then I was like, well, this is a cool housing item and I want other people in my neighborhood to have the ability to use it. So really what I need to do is put it somewhere where it's easily accessible for others. So then I wanted to have it by the front, where you first come into my yard. So then that, caused some rearranging there. Okay, so let's see, where are you? How about we meet in Bree?
Well, I'm next to Bingo and Standard.
Oh.
But Bree's fine too.
All right, I'll be there in a minute. Let's see. So, so Lord Zach says, so that's why it takes ages to log off a character. So B4 says, my suspicion is that there are more optimizations they can make to make character switching faster, and I assume it's on their list to do as they work on performance. Yeah, I know that the scenario has, Severlin, the executive producer, has talked about this before. So it's been a while since we saw Bingo Boffin, and I don't remember the last place we saw him, right? So I can come and talk to any Bert Bartleby around, and I'll say, where can I find Bingo this week? And it should tell me where's the next place I need to find him, not where he has gotten to, because it used to be a week by week progression, and you would do Bingo and then you'd have to wait a week for the next chapter. And we haven't been doing that on the stream for a little while now, because we got into some of the higher level Bingo stuff, and people were concerned about spoilers. But I think we're going to go ahead and forge forward today with it. So so I can talk to Bert Bartleby and say, hey, where's Bingo? Where did I leave him? And he'll be like, hey. So he, at this point, says, I believe you'll find Bingo in the center of the Rohirrim outpost of Standguard, along the banks of the Great River. I think he is atop one of the rises in the middle of the town near the Mead Hall. So thank you. All right, so I need to get myself to Standguard. And I'm pretty sure I have... Hey, guide to Standguard. Hunter travel for the win. Yay. Oh yeah, so before it says, but yes, log off a level 150 character with almost nothing done versus a level 100 completionist. Very different times to log off. And that is huge. Like, we see that because we've been working on getting our characters on Treebeard. So before it, I have one of every class on Treebeard because that's where the difficulty slider thing started. And so as your character levels, so like my hunter, when my hunter got to level 50, I got a title, 2 technically. And when my hunter gets to level, I think it's 130, I'll get another 2 titles. And those titles are account wide. I can use that on my characters over on other servers even if I want to. So really you just need one hunter to start the difficulty thing before level 11 and then stick with it. And anywhere on any of your servers, anybody, you just need one. And then as that hunter completes those spots, then you'll get those titles for everybody. So because the difficulty thing started on the legendary servers, that's where we started one of each of those characters. So I have, a lore master and a champion, and like I have one of everybody on Treebeard. So we've been slowly working on leveling them, mainly by just farming and cooking. So providing lots of foods for our characters. Which means they're not completing a lot of tasks, they're not completing deeds, they're not completing quests, they're not completing anything of note. So even though, I have like a level 95 burglar now, when I log her off, it's like that because I've hardly done anything with her, except for, making a lot of coffee. Oh, Pamela says, I used your Umbar transport and enjoyed the area immensely. Awesome. I did not know where the town ended and the mobs began, though, and was unceremoniously stabbed to death after I crossed the bridge. I noticed that when I used the Umbar teleport, the little fish statue, I noticed that there were red dots on the map when I thought I was still in town. And I think they are. I mean, I think that's part of the deal. Like, there's some good guys, there's some bad guys in town. Or more nefarious sort. So, yeah, that is something to keep an eye out for if you go to Umbar. Oh, and I haven't picked up my present here, so let's check out our silver present. Hey, I got a pet frost aurochs. Nice, and a heritage rune. Cool. Yeah, Pamela says, I like the seamlessness of it all. I think it's neat how they do that. I agree. All right, so let's talk to Bingo. Hey, Bingo, what up, yo?
We are off the
Well, he
edge of
says,
Bilbo's
I
map
do
now for
not
certain.
really know where we should go next. We are off the edge of old Bilbo's map now, and our steps have taken us into unknown territory. We could travel into the kingdom of Rohan proper, I suppose, but, well, maybe there's another course we should take. I love their horses, you see. I mean, look around at how many of the equine figures have been carved on the buildings here in Standguard. And this is a mere outpost and beyond the bounds of the kingdom. For my part, I have never really liked horses that much. Very much. They're so large and frightening, always stamping around with their heavy hooves and snapping at unwary hobbits with their strong teeth. I was almost bitten by a horse when I was in my tweens, and I've never managed to forgive the things. So, do you think we could nip down to the eastern gate of Standguard and ask Seibert if we might enjoy a walking tour of the Kingdom of Rohan? It's not a very large place, is it? If our feet will do just fine, then I say that's what we should do and leave the horses quite out of it. All right, Bingo. Well, we're going to ride our mounts down to have a chat because we're not crazy to walk around Rohan. But sure, Bingo, we'll go ask for you. Loshire says, I'm pretty sure Bingo hated Rohan after one particular quest. So, let's see. Oh, and Egg Arthur said they changed the effective level of the Umbar travel item, the Barhabal. to 20 to make it easier for low-level folks to get around. But you can still get murdered if you're not careful where you wander. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's kind of like in an epic battle, says before, the transition from this is where we make our stand to insta-death murder zone is pretty swift. Like the epic battles when you're up on like the wall and there's that gully and stuff is coming up the gully and you have to keep, you know, it's like a tower defense kind of setup, right? And you can like walk out there and engage them in hand-to-hand combat, whatever. But if you get too far, like all of a sudden it's like, and you're done. You're out. Instant-death murder zone. So sad. All right, Saber, what do you think? Is the Kingdom of Rohan suitable for experiencing on foot? You are asking if this is a good idea to walk from one end of Rohan to the other instead of riding a horse. He erupts into raucous laughter, and though it is a somewhat impolite response, you must admit that you rather expected it. Bingo is not going to like this. All right, let's go let him know what the reports are about this walking tour of Rohan. I think he thinks it's like the size of the Shire, you know, and it's not. It's a little bigger. Ooh, excuse me. I thought I slept well last night, but I was pretty tired when I got up. All right, Bingo.
Is Rohan
What
small
did
enough
Saber have
for
to
us
say about
walk
walking across
it?
Rohan? Is the kingdom small enough for that to be reasonable? You tell Bingo that Saber really thinks it is better to ride atop a horse in Rohan. He would say that, though. The Rohirrim certainly do love their horses. I do not feel the need to climb aboard one of these fearsome beasts. I say we walk. What do you think? Is this our adventure or Saber's? I say we can use the exercise. Speak to me when you're ready to begin our walk into Rohan. Yeah, sure. Sure, friend. Let's do it.
Ready for a good
He says,
bit of
I am ready for a
walking,
good
if
bit of
you are."
walking if you are. I would never have suggested this at the start of our journey, but now we are seasoned adventurers, and I am not afraid at the prospect of such a hike.
Thanks to his fear of horses.
All right, I do
Bingo
love
has
that
decided that his journey in Rohan
we've
will
got
take
some
place
narration
on
happening.
foot.
He says, thanks to his fear of horses, Bingo has decided that his journey in Rohan will take place on foot. And it's the voice of, oh, I just forgot his name. The dude with the big hat, the big flourishes on his hat. No, his guy. The treasure hunter. The treasure hunter guy. That's all full of himself. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's that guy. Anyway,
Oh,
it's
you
fine.
see how right above that underlined is Bingo's burden? That's how I plug it.
Theodore. Thank you. Theodore Gorse. That's him. Thank you. So, here, I'll show you. I'll move this out here so you can see. So, you might not be able to see, but right here is, it's underlined and it says Bingo's Burden. So that's the name of the quest that we're on. And so that's something that B4 might be able to use with the deed tracker to help determine when it comes to like finishing deeds and stuff within an instance. Yeah, it's Theodore Gorse. So it's like, thanks to his fear of horses, Bingo has decided that his journey in Rohan will take place on foot. You know, it's like, it's great. I love it. Okay, so Bingo says, a walk will do both of us some good. We do not need to ride horses in Rohan. Our feet will serve just fine. If you do not believe me, just walk with me and see. You'll be amazed at how quickly the time passes once we're moving again, my friend. Who needs horses? My feet are ready for some walking, he says. So we're gonna walk across this bridge together. This way, Rohan awaits. Well, let's jump up on here and take a look. That's pretty, isn't it? That's lovely. Look at this bridge, he says. How large is the kingdom of Rohan anyway? Kind of big. Would you say it is as large as the Shire? Yes. All right, we'll just, the bridge is longer than it looks. We'll just follow along here. So before it says the underlined bit is the canonical name of the instance. So a plugin could theoretically know which instance you entered and therefore know where you are. So, let's see. Bingo says this looks to be a lovely land. Willem ran on ahead. He's probably on the other side already. Willem Whisker. Why would anyone want to rush past all of this beauty on horseback? I mean, he has a fair point. You know, it is lovely. Get you to stop and take a look around. Like I'll tell you what, when I'm doing chicken session play, I see a lot more of the world than I do when I'm just running from quest to quest. So there is that. And he's complaining about horses again. So Loshire Hobbit says, Hobbit walking is funny. Well, I think it's cute. I like our walking. Yeah, and he's still like, I don't understand why people like horses. Still talking about the horses. Hey, Willem Whisker. How's it going there, bud? Maybe we'll pet him. Oh, is it pat? There we go. Patting the Willem Whisker. He says, hello, Willem. What do you think of Rohan so far? He looks at you blandly as if to say, what took you so long? Suddenly, his ears twitch and the sound of guttural voices reaches your hearing as well. Orcs approach from the south. Oh, dear. We have orc raiders. That's not good. Luckily, they are much lower level than us. She says, hail, travelers. Your deeds speak louder than any words might. I see that you are not friends of the orcs. That's true. Oh, what's Willem up to? He's running back. Oh, she wants to talk to us up close. She says, I am Eggwolf, and I am on an errand of some haste, for the message I bear must come to Standguard as quickly as it may. I will not tarry long, though it seems we 4? I think there's 5 of us. Anyway, share a hatred of the orcs that could spend some time swapping tales. You introduce yourself and your companions, and Eggwolf looks appraisingly at Bingo. Bingo? Yes? Well, is he known to you? She says, I did not see you raise a weapon against the orcs. He says, I'm more of a writer than a fighter. A bard, then. No, not really. Oh, I forgot to fix that. Thanks, Loshire. She says, good, I've never much liked bards. Where's your horse, Bingo? He says, I don't have one. I didn't think I needed one. There we go. She says, you are a strange little fellow. Get a horse. There are towns nearby that should have one for you. Thanks for the heads up there, Loshire, but I forgot to change the server title at the top. She says, farewell, friends. Take care within the mark. Okay. She seemed very nice, but I think Eggwolf is wrong about the necessity of riding a horse in Rohan. I have done just fine until now, have I not? And we would not have appreciated that bridge back there nearly as much if we'd galloped or cantered or trotted past it at speed, would we? No, we would not. She said, there are towns not far from here. Let us find one of them and continue our journey on foot. He is very determined. Silly Bingo. All right, so now we're in Langhold. So I have a quest to talk to Bingo in the town of Langhold in the Wold. And wouldn't you know, he's right here. That's handy.
This may once
He says,
have been
this
a
is
nice
terrible.
town,
We've just
but now
arrived
it
in
is a
Rohan, and
burnt
already I see
shell.
that evil has truly come to this kingdom. This may have once been a nice town, but now is it abandoned and a ruined shell. You tell him that the folk of Langhold fled to the town of Harwick, and he nods. I'm glad some of the people escaped. But if they are anything like the hobbits I have known, they will want to return to their own hearths as soon as they can. We should make the surrounding area as safe for them as we can. Let us fight the various foes that lurk nearby, the salamanders, brigands, and easterlings. Then we will be doing our part to help the people of Langhold one day return to their homes. Yeah, I was just wondering about that. So B4 has posted in the chat that there's different bingo text when you meet up with him here, depending on whether you have done the epic line that takes you through Langhold and through the destruction of Langhold. So yes, you get different text if you are in a different place in the storyline. So that's convenient. That's handy. All right, so let's go defeat some stuff. But I'm gonna mount up because I'm not crazy like Bingo. All right, let's go. Oh, cool. So B4 has put the link to the wiki. Oh, actually, you know what? I probably should actually see if this is where we want to go. Yeah, sure. What do we need? We need brigands, easterlings, and salamanders. Ah, okay. I hear there's a brigand camp to the west. So we'll go that way. Yeah, I do appreciate the time and attention people take to put stuff in the wiki. I haven't been so good about pre-filling when a new excuse me, when a new area comes out. Excuse me. But other people do a really good job of that, so thank goodness. Because you can grab the words and stuff that is there that are going to be part of the thing, the quests, and plop it into the wiki, which is really great for, you know, then being able to just look up stuff like this. All right, let's see. How many is that? We need one more. Whoop. Okay, cool. Now let's go find some salamanders and Easterlings. Salamanders to the south. All right, let's ride. Because we're not silly. Hey, but there's some Skarn. Skarn. Gotta stop for the Skarn. Lawshire says, thanks, B4. I didn't know there were different versions of the text. Yeah, it's actually kind of fun when you run across, I was just thinking about, I don't have one in my head, but when there's ones where there's different text based on what race you are, and that could be fun too. So sometimes we'll do that where I'm like, you know, you're reading something, and you're like, I'll bet there's something different if you're a different class or different race here. And so I'll pop over to the wiki and read what it is, like if you're a high elf or whatever, because that's a lot of fun. Oh, more Skarn. Okay. I'll get started on the salamanders. Wow, I didn't like one-shot him? What up? I know, it's very sad. I didn't do any buffs either, though, so I suppose it could be part of it. Alright, that's all the salamanders we need. Cool. Alright, now let's go find us some Easterlings, which I hear they are south. And east. Whee! Alright. B4 says there's a bunch of them to the east, so we'll go that way. Let's see, is that an Easterling? No, that's a Wool Ruffian. Do love the music out here, though. Isn't it gorgeous? Sorry, is that dinging coming through? I forgot to close everything. Apparently not. Okay, cool. Yay. I have my WhatsApp open still on my computer. You said it did or did not? Oh, I can close that.
Oh, I don't know if it was.
Nice. Yeah, so B4 discovered that you could have like WhatsApp as like an app on your computer, as well as on your phone. Like I've always done it on my phone, but on my computer is great because then like I can just type, which is way faster than me typing on my phone, you know? So that's been pretty neat. Okay, discovered is a bit generous. Well, you knew it and I didn't. So, and you shared the knowledge with me. So, yeah, okay, no one has ever done this before, but you knew it and I didn't know it, and then you told me about it, and I was like, cool. So you get the attribution for sharing that knowledge in my direction. How's that? Here is an Easterling. What? He said, tune in next week when I discover French fries. I already know about French fries. Oh, now I'm hungry for French fries. Like, dude, I should have had you pick up Capsulon while you're out. I didn't think about that. Oh, there's more. Whoops. Then I cancel my mounting. Tut tut. Alright, there we go. Ready to go. Let us ride! Yeah, I do see an encampment. Although I think, we've got like 4 of them right here. So I think, yeah, we'll be close to get everything we need. Let's see, that's 4. there? No, it's fine. Oh, that's a marsh fly. Whoops. And I just shot salamander, sorry. Hey, but we got 6 of the salamander. The other thing. Alright, let's go back to Langhold before I shoot something else. Yeah, I think it is this way. Cool. Yes. Anyway, so now I have WhatsApp on my computer and it's super handy. Because lots of people use WhatsApp here in Europe. And we're slowly getting like our family to use it as well, which has been great. Because it's so much easier to do like group chats with that. Because we don't, group texts don't work. We don't get MMS. So what's multimedia messages don't come through as part of our US based phone plan. We still have our US phone numbers and we have now Dutch phone numbers. And so we have a US plan and a Dutch plan. So it's kind of annoying because then we still have to keep a US plan so we can keep our US numbers, but we really just need it for texting. And so we just have to, every so often, have to remind somebody who tries to send us like a picture or a forwarded message or something, an image. It's like, that's not going to come through. But it's been great as we've been getting more and more of our family to use WhatsApp with us. Then it does come through, which is great. Yeah. Yes, before WhatsApp, it's like texting, but it works. That's kind of like, I know it's a little bit like uncharitable, but it is how it is in our world that we use it for texting, but it works for everything, all of the things that we're doing. So yeah, it's handy. And it's so great for group messaging. Like I'm in so many little groups and it's just so handy that way. So yes, Loshire Hobbit, Hunter, pew pew problems. Whoops, I shot something else. Hang on, we're not out of combat. Whoops, I shot something else again. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I found a road to get back into town. Hurrah! All right, Bingo, where are you at? And you're on the other side of town. Okay. Yo, Bingo, where are you at? Hello. We found some stuff. All right, he says that was good work. Langhold is in no condition for its people to return and will not be for some time, but perhaps our efforts in the wold will help its people when they do come back. He takes a deep breath, seemingly readying himself for something. You know, you might have been right about the horse thing. Sabert and Eggwolf too. Rohan is a fair bit larger than I expected, and maybe I should see about getting a horse as well. Apparently, there are horses available to purchase at the town of Harwick to the south. I suppose we should go there and see. And Affadil is cheering for him. Yay! Good job, Bingo. Hey, do I have trouble to Harwick? Travel to Harwick? I have Snowburn. Is Snowburn closer than here? Okay, sure, I'll take us to Snowburn. That's funny, but there's no stable master here.
There's nothing here.
Yeah, because there's nothing here. But I was confirming that.
Good for the stamp collection hobby.
Oh my gosh, we're still debating. We're like postulating here, like what is the new hobby going to be? And so before has one idea that it might be a stamp collecting hobby. And so he's like, yeah, it'd be good for the stamp collecting hobby. You know, go all these different places. Yeah, Zandy says, I wish my family would all just use one platform or app. Some use Facebook chat, some use Google chat, and some use Discord. Oh man. Yeah, I brought up Discord to some of the older generation, older than myself generation, and you know, the parental units, and definitely did not get an enthusiastic yes on that. So we're not pushing Discord on any of them, but we have managed to get like some of his family and some of my family, most of his family and some of my family on WhatsApp. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah.
We can see about
definitely
horses
progress
soon.
there.
Very soon.
All right, he says, yeah, here we are.
Must
We can see
we?
about horses for sale very soon. Very soon, if we must. Must we really? And after you complete this quest, Bert Bartleby will arrive near the stable master here in Harwick in eastern Rohan. So next week, we have yay or nay. Hey, it's next
There is
week.
a horse trader in this town.
He says, now that we are here, I suppose I will need a horse. The kingdom of Rohan is huge, and my legs are short after all. It will make the journey easier as long as none of the horses we look at try to snap at me with their scary teeth or trample me with their frightening hooves. I will hold you personally responsible if they do. Folk here say there is a horse trader named Cuthbold on the eastern side of Harwick. We can go see him if we must. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, before says at least you didn't list AIM. And Pamela says AIM, my first love. You know what's funny is I was a new stamp for my collection. I was in like a mom's group back in the day, and we used AIM for communication, and so that's when I got I had to get an email address for it. Yeah, so anyway, it was anyway, I got a email address just so I could use AIM, and then later on, anyway, I ended up, and then I ended up using the email like years later, but it was really just for the interaction. So anyway, so when Bert Bartleby is in a place, he has things that are unique to that place. For example, he has this tome of the Red Eagle. This is the only place you can get that tome from him. He does not sell that in any other locations. So I'll go ahead and grab that. The cow pen. Oh, the cow pen comes from here. And the beehives. Oh, I love the beehives. Beehives are nice because they're like the boxes. You can harvest them every day and you get free honey for your cook. So that is tempting. And then there's maps of Bingo in the Great River. There's a ceremonial Easterling sword. There you go. And a ceremonial Easterling shield. Ooh. And then the hat rack. So every place you go to, there's the next iteration of the hat rack. So this one is Hat Rack the Great River. Okay, cool. So I think I'm happy with that for the moment. So let's go talk to a man about a horse. Yahoo groups. Yeah, that was another one. Sandy points out Yahoo groups used to use those back in the day. Used the heck out of Yahoo groups. In fact, when they were shutting Yahoo groups down, we had, this is the wrong place to go, isn't it? We had to find an alternative, and we switched to Google Groups, and that didn't work out. I can't remember. So, yeah, it's just all these. It does make you wish, like, could we just have something and have it like last for 50 years or something, and just keep using it over? Like, why do we have to keep changing? I don't want to change.
These creatures look quite ferocious.
All right, he says, "Oh my, I hope these creatures do not come any closer. They look quite ferocious and could take a bite out of this poor hobbit without even a second thought. I would be little more than a morsel to them, but this morsel would just as soon not be lunch, if you please. Are you quite certain that I need to have a horse for this adventure?" So we have all these horses here that are, I have to agree, they're kind of tall. All right, let's talk to our herbaceous man here. He says, you are here to purchase a fine horse for this fellow. I have several that might serve your needs. Each one is fiery of temper and will gladly gallop about the fields with speed you have never seen. Watch your hands around them. They might take a nip at you if you're not careful. They are princes, after all, not of the Miras, of course, but surely very near to that finest of breeds. Feel free to examine the noble steeds and let me know which of them suits your fancy. Well, I have a suspicion. All right, we're assessing this horse. The horse is calm for its groomer, but Bingo looks nervous. What about this one? What about this one? The horse is quite beautiful, but Bingo stares at it distrustfully. What about this one? Hi, I'm right under your head. Bingo looks nervously at this horse's high shoulders and shakes his head. Yeah, I could understand that.
Not ride any
He says,
of
I can't do it. I'm sorry. These great beasts are simply too scary for me to even think of riding. And if I did, how long before I fell from the saddle? What a distance that would be. Too far for this hobbit, I tell you truly. He says, I will not ride any of these horses. Tell Cuthbold good day and give him my apologies, but there will simply be no sale today, or indeed any day, not to this hobbit at least. All right. Well, bad news for you, sir. He says, well, that will not do. If this fellow expects to travel throughout the kingdom, he will need a horse. I cannot allow the two of you, or three, or four if we include the bird, or five if we include our traveling companion. Anyway, I cannot allow the group of you to leave Harwick without a sufficient steed for Bingo. If I let you go unprepared, it would do... oh, that's funny. There's a capital I there after a comma. It would do such damage to my reputation as the finest horse trader in this part of the wold, meaning this area near Harwick, but not as far north as Langhold or south to Earl's Hall. Within these bounds, I am the very best and will remain so. Do you know something? I believe I may have one last chance to provide what your friend needs. Meet me on the west side of Harwick near the crafting hall, and I'll see what I can do. All right, let's go take a wander. And by wander, I mean mount up and ride over. Let's see what Sandy says. I would never use Facebook. Only way to connect with some family members. Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm kind of like on a Facebook fast, I guess I would call it, where I just don't use it. I don't interact with it. Except then people are like, well, I do this, but I have this, and it's like, okay, fine. I'll go and look at your Facebook page or whatever. So yeah, but for the most part, I don't post on my page anymore or any of that business. So. But I do still use Facebook Messenger for communicating. Not as often as I used to. And it was really funny. The last time I ran a convention, so that'd been 2019, I still ended up having to use Messenger a lot because that was the only communication I had for a lot of people. Like I didn't have their emails, I didn't have their a phone number. It was crazy. And I'm like, this is just frustrating to have to use this. But oh well. Anyway, oh yeah, so Ginger, hi Ginger, says, that's in Harwick? Yes, we are in Harwick because we are crossing the wold with Bingo, who has finally relented to the idea that he might need a mount to get around this place. Not just walk across Rohan.
His name
All right,
is
so Cuthbald says, I don't usually keep ponies, but this fellow came into my possession after a raid by the orcs, and I have yet to find an owner for him. What do you think of him? His name is Tanglemane, but you could call him anything. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with him. All right, so we get to examine the small pony. Let's take a look. What do you think? What do we think? Well, he looks pretty cute. Bingo wears a huge smile. He does not seem to be frightened of this one. So yay, Tanglemane.
His name is
He says this pony is not scary at all. He seems very well-tempered, and I dare say I could walk up to him without fearing that he might bite me. He is rather hobbit-sized, if you ask me, and I think that is just the right size. His name is Tanglemane. It suits him well. I wonder how many coins Cuthbald will ask in order to part with him. Well, let's ask.
Tanglemane is an
He says, I am glad that Bingo likes him. To be honest, I have not had much success finding an owner for Tanglemane, so I'll be pleased to let Bingo have him for free. I do have one condition, however. He is a terribly picky eater. He will turn up his nose on almost anything. If you can find some food around Harwick that he will eat, I will let you have him for free. Otherwise, I will have to refuse. You understand, I'm sure. Find some food around Harwick that he will eat, and he will be all yours. I recall this.
I wonder what food Tanglemane
He says, I wonder what food Tanglemane will eat. We have to find something. Well, if you think back to the very beginning of our adventures with Bingo, there was a food that he was not particularly keen on. That's interesting. It doesn't show me. So that's what I'm looking for. But I don't remember where it is. So I think the irony of it will be great. It's one of my favorite little voice actor pieces too, because you take the that you have gotten from the gaffer. You think it's down here? And, oh, okay. I think we're looking for, oh, maybe the general store? Oh, wait, here we go. Here's a bunch of stuff. Well, it's not that. Anyway, and you set the down at the, oh, I'm carrying this. Oh, I have to carry this over to him. I see. Well, what if it's, I know he's not going to eat this. Well, we'll try it anyway, see what happens. Anyway, this hobbit is standing there, and she sees you put it down, and she's like, she's looking at it and trying to figure out what's going on, and she goes, what is going on? And the way she says it just cracks me up every time. So, yes. So I always think about that. Oh, other side of town, says Ginger, by the Bird and Baby. The bird, no, yeah, in the Bird and Baby, yes. Yes, thank you. Back, the instance I'm talking about happens. That voice acting piece happens over in the Bird and Baby. Tanglebane refuses to eat the mushrooms. All right, so other side of town, I hear. So let's figure out how to get across town. I think we're looking for like a market stall. I think that we were on the right track with that last one. Nope. I mean, I would eat that. I would eat the heck out of that. Oh my gosh, I saw something online where somebody got... So there's a Too Good To Go that I've heard about. And I keep not trying it, but I've got it on. I've got the app on my phone and I keep looking at it. What do you mean using that has no effect? Did you pick up the apples?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow you. It won't let me pick up the apples. But maybe it counts because you've got them. Anyway, so somebody had put in an order, did Too Good To Go, and it was like for $3 or something. And they got a box with like all these cheeses because it was Christmas themed, so they were like in little trees and stuff like that. And yeah, it was like, but a box of like 40, things of cheese. I'm like, they're like, you hit the jackpot. Like, that would be so cool. I would be very happy with that option. I have not run across anything that says that it's going to give me bunches and bunches of cheese. Hey, Tanglebane happily eats an apple. You found his favorite food. And Bingo Boffin doesn't like apples. He says, I've never seen this pony devour anything as quickly as he ate that apple. Friend, looks like you found his favorite food, and it also looks as Bingo has found himself a noble steed to carry him through Rohan. It has been a pleasure doing business with you, and if you happen to put in a good word for me with anyone looking for horses, I'd appreciate it. All right. He says, I am delighted to have met Tanglebane. He must truly be the Bingo Boffin of the pony persuasion. Small, friendly, and a picky eater. He likes apples, which is perfect because I can't stand the things, as I believe I told you before. He can have every apple in Middle Earth as far as I'm concerned. We will make a great team, I can already tell. We won't covet each other's dinner. Oh, Sandy's got to run, got an appointment. Thanks for the stream and have fun. Well, thanks for popping in, Sandy. It was good to see you. We'll see you next time. All right, so Bingo is ready to ride.
I will do my best to
So
stay
his
saddle while we go to our next destination.
quest says the tracker. He says, it did not take long, but I've already become quite fond of Tanglebane. He is a gentle fellow and very friendly. The ground does not seem to be very far down from here, and while I do not wish to take a tumble, if I did happen to bounce from the saddle, I believe I would be quite all right. And he seems to have no interest in nipping at my hat or my person, which I very much appreciate. What a good boy you are, Tanglebane. Cuthbald shared something of the geography of Rohan with me, and I think our next destination should be the town of Cliving in the Norcrofts to the southwest. I will concentrate on staying a saddle if you can fight any foes that cross our path. Let us defeat enemies in the wold. And he says, by us, he means us, not him. Yeah, and in the Norcrofts as we journey, and in that way our presence will be a boon for the good folk of Rohan. All right, sounds good. Well, let's see. I can write us out. Yeah, I'm ready to switch over anytime. Yep. So follow me. Mount up and follow me, and I'll see if I can defeat things on our way to wherever we're going. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to ride us around and defeat a few things in the world while B4 prepares for his stream. So as usual, he will be streaming after me. Oops, I went to the wrong door. This door. Is it ajar? I hope it's the right door. I always end up going to the place where where you ride and you learn how to ride, and because there's a thing there, and I'm like, oh, but we don't need to be there. All right, so I need to defeat enemies of Rohan in the Wold and enemies of Rohan in the Norcrofts. Well, that one counts. All right. Sure. What's going on? Oh. All right, cool. So yes, we're defeating enemies as we ride to somewhere south. So I'll take out a couple of things while we're riding. Anyway, oh yeah, so B4 is going to stream after me. So he's going to go do his final preparations, anything he needs to sort out before he streams. And then I will pass the baton, the virtual baton, as it were. Alright, so it said defeat enemies in the Wold and defeat enemies in the Norcross. And I was like, okay, well, let's see. I probably should get us towards the Norcross. And looking at the map, the Norcross is way down here. So I probably should be riding south. So I'm going to work on that. Alright. Cool. I don't necessarily want to deal with a warband, though. Oh, it's probably the salamander. Still not interested. Yeah, Cinder. I think we'll just skip that. We'll just keep on rolling. We have encountered the warband Cinder. Warband leader Cinder and its minions. So if you haven't done that one, it's a salamander. It's a giant salamander, and it has a bunch of little salamanders with it. But I'm not particularly interested. We're just gonna keep going. Make our way down to that way. Oh, and I could probably drop that then. Cancel, please. Yes. Thank you. Awesome. Hello, boars and things. We're just gonna ride right by you. I mean, I guess if I was looking for hides for my tailor, which I think that's me. I'm the tailor. Yeah, if I was looking for hides, I would probably want to stop and do that, but I don't. Oh, hey, this looks very cliff-esque. That might not be what I want to do. Where am I? Let's go this way. I kind of stopped defeating enemies, and I guess I shouldn't have stopped because I still need 3 more. And then I ran out of enemies. So, but there's horses, but we're not going to take out the horses. They're friendly to us. So, yes, Loshire says, pass the baton across the table. Pretty much. Technically, we have 2 separate desks, but yes, they're identical desks. They're just like IKEA tables, because they were really convenient in size and shape and dimensions, all that for what we wanted. So yeah. Feldberg. Do we have Feldberg, or is it? Oh hey, you're an enemy of the Wold. You're an enemy of Rohan. Let's deal with that. You're also part of a pack, but that's okay. We can work with this. Excellent. So, sweet. That's enemies of Rohan in the Wold. Let's go south and go to the Norcross. So, oh yeah, Loshire Hobbit, right? Yes, I know all about that warband. Well, most warbands in East Rohan during the past week, right? Oh, which was it? Okay, so in our group, one of our people was looking for. We were questing through the through Rohan, through the epic line, and we ended up at a place where they had a banner that we hadn't seen before. She hadn't seen before, and I didn't recall it. So it's possible that it's one where they don't have a banner for it from warbands. But what was it? It's gosh darn it, which one was it? I think it's the one where the, like, what is it, where the boy has become the Reeve, and so it's like a chainmail shirt. It might have been that one. It might not be right. What do you mean don't have enough focus? Yes, I do. I do what I want, man. Anyway. I was gonna ask you about it because you would have been the one to most recently see all of them. Yeah, I don't think it was either of those. Now I wish she was here because then she could tell for sure. I don't think it was either of those, the horse or the shield or the helmet. Darn it, I don't remember what it looked like. Maybe B4 will remember. I can ask him if when he comes back. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm supposed to, defeat enemies of Rohan. Okay, so we're up to 4 out of 6. What do you think? Are those chickens enemies of Rohan? You never know. They could be spies. Are you spies? Okay, I'm going to think no. We're going to say no on the chicken spies. All right, I need... How many more? 2 more. Ah, hey, there's somebody. Now, shooting that mounted guy actually did start a quest, but we'll probably just drop it. Because I'm not seeing a lot of mounted foes right here. And I'm not particularly worried about it. Alright, so that's 5. You know, I am a hunter. I guess I could have been, like, searching. That's okay. Alright, let's finish off with this guy. Yay! Alright, talk to Bingo outside the entrance to Cliving. So Cliving is... Oh, no, we're not far from it. I mean, I guess I could try and work out that. You know, I hate leaving quests partially done, though. Let me see if I can find 4 more of those mounted things real quick. Neither of those look right, do they? Invader or Rider? Rider! Let's try the Rider. Let's take a look. I mean, it's this whole area, right? That's annoying. Yeah, there's one. Hey, buddy. Man, I should almost be on a war mount for these guys. Just shoot them as I'm walking by him. Oh well, that's okay. You know, I do recall, it seemed like there were a lot of mounted enemies out here, now that I think about it. Because, like, there's that one area where you're riding around and you have to hit, like, banners and stuff. Like, yeah, okay. Here we go, we've got 3. So if I can just get all 3 of these, that'll finish that off. And then I don't have to drop the quest, I'll just finish it and get the credit for it. Because what are we going to get for it? We're going to get some legendary item experience, some steed experience, some reputation with the men of Norcroft. Sure, why not? Alright. So as soon as you are ready, I am ready. Okay. Alright, cool. So there we go. We finished that quest. Dun, dun, dun. And now I will take us to the bingo. And if there's any goodies along the way. Yeah, I thought I saw some scarring in the distance. This is why when people are like, when we get like a new kin member and they're working on something, they're like, does anybody happen to have, you know, some oak branches? I'd be like, how many do you need? Because I pick up everything. Well, I like to pick up everything. Sometimes we ride right by stuff and I just have to like bite my tongue. All right, we found the bingo. Let's see. He had a lovely ride.
Nice work,
he says, nice work,
Tanglebane.
Tanglebane. I think there is little question that you are truly the finest steed in all of Rohan. What do you say, Rosamund? Do you think Tanglebane and I look quite at home galloping on the fields of Rohan? He says, but what's wrong with Willem? He doesn't seem to be his usual self. Is everything all right? WW? So we'll go check and find out what's wrong with Willem Whisker. He ignores Bingo's voice and does not turn around. It's like one of our cats, if they're mad. Although our cats are rarely mad at us. It's really cute. It's really awesome. Because you know how like when you go away and then you come back and the cats are usually like, oh, and they turn their back on you? These guys don't do that. So, Lost Hobbit says the sky. They bought the sky box, this sky look for their Lindleby house. That's awesome. For Broadacres. The Broadacres one, you think maybe? Oh, so let's see. It says, you do not speak the language of lynxes, but even without that skill, it's easy to understand what's wrong with Willem Whisker. He is jealous of Bingo's new friend, Tanglebane. Yawn. So you tell Bingo that he's jealous. Jealous? Willem, there's no reason for that. I have never had such a wonderful lynx friend before, and ever since you joined our little band of companions, I have never forgotten how lucky I am to have you by my side on this adventure. Bingo grimaces. Well, I might have forgotten it once, but in my defense, I forgot a lot of things when I fell into the caverns beneath the Misty Mountains. But it won't happen again, Willem. Tanglebane is a new friend, it's true, but you're the only WW in this group. I think you two should get along, or it will just break my heart in two. Say something, Rosenbloom. He says, well, for now, we should go up to the mead hall in Cliving and see what there is to learn about this town. But I want you two to get along. This adventure will not be as fun if everyone has hurt feelings. Willem looks unconvinced, and Tanglemane looks a little oblivious. All right, so I think we'll leave our Bingo Boffin Willem Whisker adventure at this spot for now, and then we'll come back to it. We could come back to it actually next week and keep working on it because the Lotro schedule came out, the 2024 Lotro schedule. I don't know if everybody's seen that, but let me pull it up for you and get you a link. It's the same link as last time. He just like changed the information that was on the page. So there's that. But there's the link for the new 2024 Lotro events schedule. Malshire Hobbit points out in East Rohan, the towns have the banners, and in West Rohan, the ridings have the banners. So, yeah. I can't remember which banner it was that she wanted. What do you remember? What do you remember? Ozerly? Let's see if Ozerly makes sense. Do you remember what Ozerly looks like? Lostshire Hobbit. It didn't have a. Oh, maybe I spelled that wrong. Okay, so does it have a bear on it? Is that what it is? Or no, it's a tree. That one's a tree. It's like a red tree. If that's the banner that it was that she was looking for. I don't remember. I'll have to ask her actually, and maybe I'll try to remember to ask her this weekend, and then next week I can bring it to the stream and see if you've seen one like it. I'm thinking that the banner doesn't exist, is what's most likely. But okay, so anyway, so Ill Omens today. You could do Ill Omens, and tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last full day of it because it ends at 3 o'clock in the morning on the 1st, like at server reset. So basically you have the 31st to do it. So it's today and tomorrow. And then, let's see, Forester event, if it was going, it should have ended by now. Hobnanigans is coming up next weekend, so that's fun for anybody who's hobnaniging. Forester event. Legendary item reward track. That's something to keep in mind. It ends in 14 days and 21 hours. So if there are things that you are still hoping to get off of the reward track, definitely want to pay attention to that. You've got 2 weeks left, and then it resets. So yeah, keep an eye on that. There's your reminder. The curator is coming back at the end of February, which is an odd choice. She comes back a week before the spring festival begins. So the curator arrives on February 29th. Oh, that's right, it's a leap year. She arrives on February 29th, and then the spring festival begins on March 7th. So that's wild. Then Myrtle Mint's gonna swap out. She's gonna arrive 2/3 of the way through March. April Fool's Chicken Run is coming up on April Fool's. Well, it's actually running from March 31st through April 2nd. So you've got a few days there. So yeah, so it looks like our next big event for us would be the Spring Festival, which will be then March 7th. Whew. Excuse me. So yeah, so we've got some time to play around with some bingo and whatever else we want to do. When the legendary item reward track begins, the new one, we might do some delvings and stuff because we found we were getting some pretty good experience out of that. So we might do some delvings like middle of February kind of time frame and kind of kickstart that. But I have ended up with plenty from this one. On Treebeard, I haven't had any problem with getting what I want on Treebeard. I have 107 of the extra boxes to claim. So I have got some work to do. I've got to find some inventory space for all of that. All right. So, okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here, folks, for Heart of a Hobbit. So stick around for B4's plugging along stream here in just a minute. Everybody asks, does anybody actually play Hobnanigans? I do. I go through phases where I am like hardcore Hobnanigans, and then other times where I'm just like, man, I'm not gonna bother. But well, and sometimes I'll be like in the middle of doing something else, and I'll just have Hobnanigans going in the background, because it goes for like 7 minutes, 9 minutes, whatever it is, and then you get your tokens, and then I move on and do it again. So sometimes I'll do that, have that going in the background. I actually went and made, well, we went and made a whole bunch of alt characters to make up a full Hobnanigans team, and that is kind of fun. And yeah, as before points out, that sometimes it's fun to play a full team against real people. Yeah, and sometimes I just want the tokens. Usually I just want the tokens. Arabani says you need at least 6 people for it. You can't solo it. Actually, you can solo it. So I don't think there's any Hobnanigans going on while I'm streaming because it tends to run on the weekends. But basically, let's see if I can explain it. And I guess I'll just add that to my long list of videos I need to make. But basically, you go in and you pick up one of the sticks. Now, generally, what that does is it gives you you have an effect on you. So like one of these little things underneath your player thing underneath, right? Like one of those little effects. And it'll say like, playing a game of Hobnanigans, and it lasts for like 4 minutes or whatever. You can stand around, wait for that to expire, and then leave the field, thereby canceling the quest, go pick up the quest again, pick up another stick, and wait out the 4 minutes. And you can just do that over and over and over again. That's what I used to do. What I discovered is if you are defeated, it removes that effect. So if your character is high enough level, you can go into an instance like the Rift of Nerz-Gashu. When you arrive in that instance, there's a big cliff right in front of you. You just run off the cliff, you fall for a little bit, and then you're defeated. So then you retreat. You're back at the door where you came in, so you just turn around, walk out the door, you're back on the Hobnanigans field, and you have failed the quest because you left the field, and that effect is gone because you were defeated. So you go pick up the quest, grab another stick, enter Nerz-Gashu, defeat yourself, well, get defeated by, gravity, and, just rinse and repeat until you have cleared the entire field. There's 1 stick left, you pick it up, the game begins. So it is just you on the field, so you can solo it. Takes a little bit of work, but you can do it. If you ever want to play some Hobnanigans, let me know. I don't play in the sense of like, I don't like to be competitive, but I'll happily clear the field and we can all be on the same side, and so we all get tokens together. That's my favorite way to do Hobnanigans. So Lawshire says, as far as I know, Australia doesn't have a banner for the town. Okay. Thank you for that. So, all right. Well, I am going to sign off here, folks. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy B4 and his stream plugging along and coming up. And yeah, I will see you next week for more Heart of a Hobbit fun, probably here with our blonde hobbit of Bingo Boffin, and checking out what's happening out here in the Norcrofts. All right, have a fantastic week. Stay connected to the Hobbit side of your heart. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.